Hi, I'm Chef Raphael and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to show you how to clean the oven. Now the oven is something that we actually use a lot. You bake in it, you cook meat in it, you know there's a lot, and it gets to accumulate a lot of dirt and grease and all that. Now in this video you will learn, I'll show you how I clean mine. Mine is right now, it's dirty. It's not too dirty, but it's dirty the fact that I actually need to clean it, but I'll show you how you do it, how you safely remove the parts and how you return it, and even which chemicals that you need to use, because you actually need to use specific chemicals to clean it. I hope this video will be of help to you, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the bell button so that you're notified whenever I have a new video out. So when it comes to cleaning, you need to first of all get the right chemical to use, an oven cleaner. Now there's many different types. Right now I have this one and I have this one. Don't mind which brand I have, because when you're buying, what you need to consider is to check what it says on the pack, although sometimes that may mislead you. When I was buying this, I chose this one because I know this brand, they are industrial, they make them for even hotels and restaurants. So I felt that this will actually do the right job. So you need to read the directions, how it's done. Read the whole part, read everything about what it says, because really important. Even do that when you're buying, because it will help you. This other one that I have, this is good, but what I found is when I'm cleaning it in the oven the way I'm going to show you, it's not as effective, especially for dirt that is stuck in the oven. It will still do the job, but not as effective as I want it to. So that's one thing you need to consider. The other thing that you need to have is the right PPE, protective equipment. In this case, you need to have gloves. So so long as they are rubber gloves, and if you can get the heavy duty ones which are nice and thick, especially when you're cleaning, using it for the oven cleaner, they will help. Don't get the really soft ones, because these are chemicals, they can easily damage your hand. So it's a good idea to use gloves. So let's start cleaning. So the first thing you want to do, like according to the instruction of the one that I'm going to use, is that the oven needs to be warm. So when cleaning, you need, like I said, read the instruction. So mine says that the oven needs to be warm, but not hotter than 70 degrees Celsius. Basically, you want it to be not hot, because you want the heat will actually react with the chemical. And then when you set it on the spray part, just spray. So the first thing is and I'm actually even spraying on the rack like this. So if it's too hot, what will happen is that you'll have some steam, and that steam is not necessarily safe. So again, it should not be too hot, but generously spray all over the surface of the and then we're going to leave it to work on it for about 30 minutes. Now it depends on the intensity of the dirt. If it's a lot of grease, the longer you need. But it's a good idea again to make sure that it's a little bit warm. It should not be cold. The oven should not be cold. So after letting it soak for some time, it should be easier to scrap away the stuck dirt. So the same way, you need to use some force, again depending on the level of dirt. So as I'm continuing, the dirt is coming off. Actually, before I go to, now this one you can actually remove it. Now all ovens are different, but if you can, it's a good idea to remove this one, because this one, all I need to do is pull it down here and then free it. So this one's hook to the top here like that, and then this one goes on the bottom. So when you remove this one, it makes it easier. So each side, and then these ones I'll actually scrub them separately on the side together with the dish rack, with the other rack. So at least the sides are accessible, and I can easily. So there's no soap here. This is just the chemical, and I can see the dirt is coming off. So this one, it's a good idea to do it regularly, especially when you use grease. And like I said when I started, it also depends on the type of oven cleaner that you have. So you'll keep on scrubbing all sides. And if you need to, like in this case, I feel like I need to, I'll grab a steel wire and I'll try and scrub off these areas. Probably a steel wire may work better, so check which one is better, but definitely use some force and then clean the whole surface, including the top. So I've cleaned the inside, I've scrubbed the grills. Now they are much better, they are cleaner. There's still a few black spots. If you're really particular, you can remove them by simply continuing to scrub on them. But now let me show you how to rinse. So when it comes to rinsing, you need plenty of water and our cloth. So I'm actually going to put this one inside here. So the idea is to, when it has water, just like wipe down the sides. Don't be scared about it getting inside the element on this. So wipe down on all sides. You're basically rinsing off the chemical. Now when you're doing this, like I've started on the sides, the water will start collecting on the bottom. So if it gets too much, you don't also want it to fill up and then start dripping down on the front. So one thing you can do is absorb that water back to the small basin if you have one. So one thing I also did as I was continuing to clean, I used a spoon to scrape off more of the dirt, especially the one that is coming off. So a spoon would be best. So just to explain what happens when you're cooking with the oven. So the fats, the grease, whatever that is splattering on the sides will start to burn. This is oil. When it burns, it gets stuck on the So as it keeps on burning, it gets more stuck to the surface of the oven. So the way this metal has been made is that you can actually scrub. It's been made to be resistant, but these parts you can actually remove them. So with scrubbing like that, you can actually remove them, but what I would say is if you have to do it, use a spoon and remove the excess, the one that is too much. And the way you actually avoid them being too much is regularly cleaning. So if you use the oven a lot, especially cooking meat, try and be cleaning it as often as possible, because the less time it spends, the fats and the oils and the grease stuck on the metal and it burns up, the faster it will come out. So you need to keep rinsing and drying off the excess water and basically wiping it clean like that until this water becomes, doesn't become dirty. So when you, after wiping, now the sides, I've already returned the side rails. So after wiping everywhere, including the top, especially the top has dark, and don't worry about the element, just wipe the element as well. And then you wipe all around the sides here, and even under the rubber seal. Also, don't forget, you should also clean the glass that will cover the door, and then basically you let this air dry. You can leave it open to dry naturally, and when you close it, at least the main thing you want to ensure is that it's clean. So then finally what I will do is clean the outside on the knobs and everywhere. But basically this video was to show you how to do it on the inside, and what matters, to be honest, it's actually the use of the chemical, the oven cleaner. The gloves have come in very handy, so it's really important also to use them. So I hope you found that useful. So like I said, I hope you found that demonstration how to clean the oven helpful. Remember, it's all about practice, so the more you keep doing it, the better you get at it. And to be honest, the secret is in cleaning it the moment there is dirt. So if you cook today some chicken and it has some oil, and you wipe it, you wipe that grease that will be stuck on the sides, you wipe it on the day. Even sometimes you may not need the harsh chemicals to clean it, but if there is any buildup, you've seen how to clean it with the oven cleaner. But again, it also depends on the one that you buy, the one that you get. So sometimes it's try and error. I can't literally tell you which one to buy, because people are watching from all over and some are more effective than others, so it's up to you. But regularly cleaning it will make sure that it's nice and clean. So that's it for today's video. I'm signing out. I'm Chef Raphael. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, goodbye.